Hi guys, Erin here, and today I'm going to show you how I use my favorite discount produce delivery as a DIY meal kit. Fast and easy, affordable, and it can even be organic, paleo, whatever you want. Imperfect Foods came to our area just a few years ago, and I was super excited to give it a try. We are in more of a rural area, so we don't have a lot of options out here. When this company came, they only used third-party delivery companies. At the time, it was either DHL or FedEx. By the time I got my box, it looks like it had been through the entire country, kicked and tossed, and it was pretty rough. So I actually just tried them again. I've been back and forth for the past few years with them. I just tried them again because they offered me a coupon, so let's give it a shot. This experience was much better than I had had in the past. I had a notification about an hour before delivery, and it was this darling little map with a pink truck on it, and it showed me how close it was to my home. Now, where we live, that's a big deal. We're rural, we have a private driveway and a gate, and knowing when someone is going to be arriving with my food is pretty cool. I was definitely a little more pleasantly surprised this time. One of my favorite methods of using this kind of service is going through and creating my own meal kits. I look at price. That's a big deal for me. It's keeping us in budget. So basically I just scroll through. They do have an app now, so you can put it on your phone, scroll through, pick up your phone, scroll through, choose what looks good, and in your mind think, what would I eat with that? Create little meals. I love to have things handwritten, so I just used a super simple spiral notebook, and you can see I wrote it in marker and left it on the coffee table where water got spilled on it. But this just shows you that it doesn't matter. You don't have to do any sort of particular method. You could do it any way you want. So the first thing that looked good to me was they had some great pita bread and they had some awesome meatballs. So I added to my cart those pita bread, the meatballs. I thought what goes well with that? Cucumber, some tomatoes. Of course they had tzatziki sauce, which is one of my favorites. So basically I went through the entire everything that they had in stock, and I added things to my cart that sounded good. And I hand wrote it all down, what I'm picking in the meal groups. So what I'm gonna do, now that my box just arrived, I'm gonna cut these out and I'm gonna sort all of my food. Let me show you. Okay, now here's the fun part. Of course, the idea behind Imperfect Foods is to rescue those foods that aren't perfect, that would otherwise end up in the trash, I guess. So, you want to take a peek? Let's see. The first thing we got was this Swiss chard, which I love. This is organic, grown in Watsonville, California. So I love, 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 love. Yum. Okay, we'll speed it up a little here. Sprouted bread. They have fantastic sprouted bread at a fantastic price. This is something I've ordered from them before, and so I got two. Ooh, here's that pita bread I was talking about. And as you see, some of the items have their brand name on them. What they do to create their own brand name is to take excess product, repackage it, and that's how we end up with it. And here we go. Nana's meatballs, woman owned, no antibiotics, no sugar, no nitrates. Those are gonna be good. Got my organic tomatoes. One of the things that sometimes I feel like, gee, this stuff should be cheaper, but I'm realizing the quality. 100% grass-fed ground beef, you guys. That is packed full of nutrition. Packed. Lovely spaghetti squash. So sometimes, did you see the tiny, tiny, tiny little scars? I bet that's why it was a reject. Silly, right? Oh, this just sounded amazing. Roasted garlic and sun-dried tomato chicken. Look at that. Yeah. And a pound of Chilean Braeburn apples. Oh no, these are like Washington, but that's just... Oh, look, see that one has a little dot in it. See that dot? Yeah. But Braeburn's actually my favorite apple. Beautiful jar of pesto. What else? Smoked Gouda. There's my tzatziki sauce. Look, it's imperfect, so it's a repackaged. They probably had a huge thing of it. Pound of red potatoes. So here's a fun fact. If you are really concerned about your budget and your orders, I have done this in the past when I've pulled something out and I said, no way, that's a pound. And I weighed it and I was right. It was not a pound. And I emailed them and I got a refund. So it is okay to keep them to their word. If you order a pound, you expect a pound. Some green bell peppers. Obviously, look how short this one and look how pointy this one is. That just wouldn't look right on the shelf at Safeway, would it? So, rejects. Zucchini. Ooh. Alaskan sockeye salmon pieces. Notice this is not like huge slabs, huge steaks. This is pieces, so they were much cheaper. Butternut squash soup. One organic cucumber. It is a little small, but it's organic. And my last thing is, I love this company, a 2-pack of pizza crusts. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do with this. I'm going to cut up my list, right? So the first thing we have is our Greek meal. I'm gonna take those handy dandy bags. I hope you have these if you've seen any of my videos. I will post these $3.99 gigantic bags. Look at how big these are. These are huge. Amazon. I'm going to make my Greek pita meal by just reading what I wanted. 1 cucumber. Where's our meatballs? Meatballs. Tomatoes. Tzatziki. And pita. Boom. I'm gonna stick this in there. This is sort of like a prepared meal, right? It's like a prepared meal kit. So it is definitely a little bit of a splurge, but it was at a good price and it's really, really good quality. Fun, right? Let's do another. Okay, next up, our pesto pasta. So we are gonna throw in the pesto, the sun-dried tomato chicken, which I'll probably just saute on the pan. You know, I could even throw in the zucchini, or I could serve that on the side. And our bag of fusilli. There we go. There's another dinner. Okay, next up we're gonna do our salmon. So I chose the salmon, the Swiss chard, and red potato. Super simple. Something that's great, especially these like kind of pre-put together foods. Now, I have cooked salmon before, but never salmon pieces. and it has instructions, so super easy. I assume it's just smaller pieces of salmon. The ones just weren't big enough. Swiss chard. Barely fits in that bag. And our potatoes. There's another delicious meal. All right, next up on the menu, we have butternut squash soup and grilled cheese sandwich made with our sprouted bread and our smoked Gouda cheese. Pop that all in. Last but not least, well, maybe it is least, it was kind of a mishmash because I know I have pizza ingredients at home. So I got the pizza crusts. I have mozzarella in my garage fridge. I could do some green bell pepper with it. That would be pretty tasty. It's possible I could use the ground beef and do ground beef taco pizza maybe. That would be fun. Or I'll use this for something else. Either way, I definitely have enough. I could make another dinner with this, but I might separate it. We'll see. Oh wait, I forgot. I got a spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash plus the ground beef. And I could grab a jar, aka can, of marinara from the pantry. Boom, there's another dinner. And we are gonna use the mozzarella from my freezer. And do mozzarella, pepperoni. I do have pepperoni. And green bell pepper pizza. Okay, here they are. 6 meals. So easy and ready to go. Now I did have a coupon. Oh, look. Plus some apples, plus an extra loaf of bread. And of course, with my coupon, I paid $40 for all of this. And we've got so much organic and fresh and delicious. What a bargain, right? Okay, so that's how I've been doing my Imperfect Foods for the past few years, off and on. And like I said before, if you're dissatisfied, let them know. I absolutely love what they do, and I would like to see them stay in business, and I think that they should definitely keep going with the way they're going. I love the app. You'll love it. And speaking of coupons, I do have $80 off, and I think that's over a couple boxes, but totally worth it. So I'll link my little coupon below for you guys. I hope it's in your area. I do. I really love it. So looking forward to these yummy meals. All right. Thanks for all this packaging. Oh, but wait, no, they pick it up every time. You scan this, scan that with your phone. Just kidding, you can't scan that. They'll pick up your packaging. You just leave it out on your porch and they'll pick it up for you every time.